Back here on the association, Isaiah Thomas, Rudy Gay, and Mike Yam with you. This one going final just a few minutes ago. Blazers, Spurs, Wemby, your defensive player of the year. You can flex, man. He's pretty good.
He deserves it.
He definitely does. Thinking about all those shots that he's blocked, all the shots that he's altered. Pretty crazy. And then what he does on the offensive side.
Yeah. Still one more award he can win, possibly.
There definitely is. He's in the mix for that MVP award. Scoot Henderson had himself a game, part of a Blazers 11-0 run. A little bit later in this first quarter, Scoot, 19 in the first half, guys.
He's playing well, man. Well deserved, man. Had a rough early part of his career.
It's good to see him have some success, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah.
If you're Defensive Player of the Year. Nothing like being able to block a shot with a 1-inch vertical on that specific.
Yeah, I don't know what Jeremy Grant was thinking right there.
In the corner, Castle. Spurs cut the deficit to 2. A little bit later, guys, Wemby, this is where it gets really scary for the Defensive Player of the Year. His face hit the floor very hard. You can see kind of losing his balance. After a minute or two, was able to stand up, and then he just went right back into the locker room. Did not return. Concussion protocol. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. And I know we're going to hear from Coach Johnson about this in just a few moments' time. That's another big move. Castle. Kind of feel like this team still's got the moxie, though, to try to get this thing done without their big fella. Really talented roster, but
Sure.
I'll tell you what, Blazers came to play in this one. Champagny.
Hell of a pass.
An amazing pass.
Castle with that dime. Guys, we're still before halftime. That's how back and forth this game was. Advia.
That got to be his move, a little slow.
Looks like it.
Slow step.
Blazers down 3. De'Aaron Fox, guys. Bucket using the glass. Spurs little burst for them. 7-0 run. About 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Henderson.
Going to have a night.
Yes, he was. Henderson, 5 of 9 from 3 in this one. Dylan Harper with his team down 1. Check it, up 1.
Good shot for the rookie.
Fourth quarter now. Spurs trying to figure out a way to pull away.
Good there.
Yes, up by 6. Sell with the jumper. Castle with the finish here. They're up 11. And at this point, you start thinking, all right, maybe this Avalanche, here we go. It's too much of San Antonio. Trying to pour it on here.
Yes, they had one. They got 13 at this point.
Yes, it was.
Thinking the game's over. Oh, my goodness.
By the way, for context, with 8.5 to go, they were up by 14, guys. So you feel like, hey, maybe the Blazers.
He's hitting that.
Not going to roll over. Yes, he is.
He's hitting that. It's going to be a long night for anybody.
Very next possession. On the move. Into the corner.
Look at Drew Holiday. Do everything right.
Yes. Clean up from Holiday in this one. Put him up by 1. 20 seconds to go, guys. Advia starts making his move. How about the stop?
Hey.
And they got the finish, the and 1.
That was nice.
Yes, it was.
Robert Williams, right place, right time.
Stay ready. Hey, I gotta get ready.
So you can see why this Blazers team was fired up. They're up by 3. Another opportunity here for San Antonio. Can't get the 3 ball to fall down.
He made
Cash.
How about the run for Portland? 27-10 to close this game, guys. It's just, the fight was there. The grit was there. We talked about it earlier on the association. When Wemby went down, you guys said, this is a must-win for the Blazers. Got to try to steal this one without Wemby out on the floor. That's exactly what happened. Biggest reason, Scoot Henderson, from the Blazers' perspective, here he is. It's awesome. This is the reason why you play, and you can certainly understand that that would be the case. Blazers, even this series at 1 game apiece, 106-103 the final score. I do want to unpack the Wemby stuff in just a moment here, but I got to get your guys' take. Just the significance from a Blazers perspective, the importance of getting game number 2 is what to you?
It just, this is to get one in San Antonio. take advantage of the opportunity. Injuries happen.
Yeah.
We hope that Wemby will be okay, but take advantage of every opportunity. You might not get it again. You need as many wins as you can. You need to play well as much as you can, and they did that tonight.
IT, what about you?
I mean, Rudy said it. You got to get the ones that you can. This is a game without arguably the best player in the league in Wemby. Obviously we feel bad about what happened with him, but like we said early on, throughout the game, once Wemby went down, it's a must-win. And now that gives Portland the confidence to go back home and protect home court. And you never know, they maybe can squeeze one out of being at home.
Yeah.
And now it's really a series. So it was good to see Scoot Henderson have a really good game with all the things that he's been through throughout his young career. And this is a stepping stone in the right direction for this young team that, after game one, they probably had really no confidence because they didn't play that well. So to see them playing well in game two and get a win on the road is always positive.
All right, game number 3 in Portland on Friday. I want to circle back. I was going through the concussion protocol summary from the NBA perspective. So just to lay things out for everyone, if a player's diagnosed with a concussion, he cannot return to full participation without restrictions for at least 48 hours. So we're 2 days away. That still gives you a decent buffer here to play potentially on Friday. But there's an independent neurologist who's going to render any sort of opinion and decide whether or not he's going to go and get cleared. But we're talking about a situation where he's going to get monitored for the next 24 hours and still can't even return until 48 hours just to start doing some player movement and getting back involved in physical activities. So I got to imagine, like, if you are, maybe it's more helpful because in the moment, what are you going to do, right? Like, you watch Wemby leave, like, guys need to step up. Now at least San Antonio can plan for the possibility of not having Wemby in game 3. Take me through sort of like the X's and O's in game preparation. By the way, watching this replay again, I mean, he hits his face so hard out. You can see, it looks like he is out, like legitimately falls asleep there for about a half second. That's a scary moment on the floor.
It is a scary moment. To be honest with you, he's 7'4", 7'5". He's falling from a long way up, and to fall on his face like that is serious. Something, obviously with the concussion protocol, and if anybody has, well, nobody really knows what it is, but being that both of us have had them before, it's a strenuous process of trying to figure out. Well, you're really just resting your brain at that point. You got to, sit in the dark for a little bit. You have to stress yourself. You're under a lot of duress and see how your heart moves and all that stuff. So it's a strenuous process, but I think what San Antonio has time to do is to figure out how they're going to play without him. Yeah. They've done it before, for a couple games, not a whole season, but for a good part of the season. They know how to win games without him, but in the playoffs they have to figure out how to do it here. So also with Portland is really just going out and play basketball. The season's even. And they're just trying to get this next win. But San Antonio has to figure out how to win without Wemby.
Yeah, they got to, and that's going to be tough. But they've had a really good team with or without Wemby all season long. Like I said earlier, they're a next man up mentality team, and they're well coached and prepared. So they're gonna do their due diligence in preparing to play without Wemby and put themselves in the best position to win Game 3.
All right, keep in mind here, 2 games completed so far today. We saw the Blazers go and pick up a win. 76ers also on the road take out the Boston Celtics. So the road teams 2-0 at least in this situation. Both of those series now tied at 1 apiece. Tied right now are also Rockets and Lakers. Keep in mind, end of the night when that game is over, we'll get those press conferences for you. And then a brand new edition of the Post Up. But we do expect to hear from some more players from the Blazers and Spurs right here on NBA TV.